What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? And to all of our adoring fans out there that have kept up with Man's World, this is not the start of season three. So I want to certainly get that out of the way first and foremost. This is not the start. This is not episode one of season three. This just happens to be a special edition, love edition version of Man's World. Obviously, it's Valentine's, and we are just here to kind of talk about love and everything Valentine's. And as you can see, only three of my brothers were able to kind of attend today. My brother Jamon, my brother Blake. Fellas, y'all want to say hi?
Hey, how
What's
y'all doing?
happening?
As always, I'm thankful for them. Certainly missing our brothers Fernando and Mike today, but as always, we love them as well. And know that season three, episode one, will happen February 27th. So stay tuned, get excited, get ready, because we coming back. We're gonna bring the funny, the fun, the drama, all of that. But before we get into today's episode, we have a very, very special guest with us. Somebody that I consider, like these gentlemen here, to be part of my family, and want to give her the opportunity to introduce herself, Miss Stephanie Holloway, ladies.
Woo!
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lady Brown Sugar, in the building. How y'all doing today? I
Good.
am glad
One.
to be a part of the man's world today. Just coming in and want to spice it up a little bit. Show them, show them some of my expertise and talk about some love.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So, one of the things, one of the concepts, I guess, that I've always had for Man's World, even back in the day when we were Man Cave, was this whole perspective of bringing a female voice on to kind of do a women's perspective kind of session. I think that's phenomenal. I think this could certainly be the start of that, because I think sometimes we get caught up and I think it works both ways, right? It works both ways. Sometimes we
Mhm.
get caught up as men, we start talking about things, and we have obviously our opinion about how things transpire and how things happen. But sometimes we need to take in consideration our ladies out there. We need to think about our ladies and consider what our ladies have to say. So always having a fresh perspective from a young woman is always phenomenal. So from the bottom of my heart, my sister Stephanie, I welcome you to Man's World and certainly hope that this is not the last time that you certainly join us. All right.
Of course not. I'm excited.
So, with that being said, y'all know I could talk forever, but I want to be able to get all of y'all out at a reasonable time, get this show going, and get it running smoothly. So, I'm actually going to turn it over to my sister and allow her the opportunity to lead today's episode. And let's see where this leads us, gentlemen. And feel free to dive in conversation and let's talk about what love is and all that wonderful stuff. So, Stephanie. The floor is yours.
So, hey, fellas, hey. Um, I want to talk about Valentine's Day since today is Valentine's Day. And what I want to know is, do y'all feel like Valentine's Day is basically for women, or do you feel like men should get their gifts and stuff too? I see that face. I mean, I want to know because most women feel like, not speaking on my behalf, but most women feel like it's their day. Me personally, oh, I'm gonna wait until after I see what y'all have to say. So, what do y'all think about that?
I feel like there should be reciprocity there because I know if I'm gonna go out my way for you, I'm gonna do it up, and so at least I should receive something. If that's the kind of relationship we have where things are mutual or whatever, I'm gonna be kind of looking sideways if I don't get anything, for Valentine's Day. If we on that level, that's what I think.
I I wholeheartedly agree. I know what it has seemingly become, however, is a holiday where it's looked at like it is solely for women, right? Um, because it seems like, sometimes men are going out of their way to buy flowers or buy whatever the case may be, so that their woman feels appreciated on that day. But obviously, I do not mind a gift whatsoever. Like I want to be shown that love on that day as well, because it's not called Valentine's Women's Day. It's called Valentine's Day for a reason. It's to celebrate the love, I feel, between two people. So I am in full agreement with my brother Blake. Let me get some too. Like, let me get some. But that leads, and I'm not going to go too deep into this because I want Jamon's answer and Stephanie's answer, but that leads to how it is marketed though. And so I think that's kind of where the problem lies, is because it oftentimes comes off as marketed as a woman's holiday, because a lot of the gifts that you sometimes see are more so directed towards women. And so that I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna hand it off to Jamon or Stephanie, whoever wants to go next.
Go ahead, Jamon. I want to go last.
All right. Well, I agree with. I mean, you took what I was about to say, Desmond, about marketing. It has been historically marketed as a woman's day, but I see no problem. I mean, I now the way that society is going, what's mine is yours, what's yours is mine, that type thing. I think that, you know, it is a 50-50 thing, and it needs to be a 50-50 thing, but, society and historically, it's always been a woman's thing, but I don't agree with that. I mean, like Desmond said, it's called Valentine's Day, not Valentine's Day or Valentine Woman's Day, and it just needs to be, construed as a couple thing, and it really doesn't even have to be a couple thing. I mean, you know, you can get stuff to your mother, you can get stuff to your grandmother, your
Oh,
brother,
absolutely.
your sister, stuff like that on Valentine's Day. It's just a day of love more than just a couple's day, really.
And I love the fact that Jamon said what's mine is ours and what's yours is ours. I think you find in some relationships though, that what's the man's is ours, and sometimes what's the woman's is hers. And vice versa, and vice versa. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you. I feel you.
Well, for me, I would say that I feel like Valentine's Day is for everybody. I feel like everybody should be loved, should feel love. I feel like, yes, it is directed towards women, but at the end of the day, men need to feel appreciated and wanted as well. So a lot of women don't feel that, but that's how I feel. I was just saying the other day that people always look at Valentine's Day, they leave the kids out as well. So the kids just get the little thing at school where they give the little hearts and stuff like that, and that's it. But when they come home, it's not given to them at home. And I feel like that the kids need to be shown love at home as well, not just at school with their little Valentine's gifts. Do it up for the kids. I mean, go get these little heart pizzas, and Chick-fil-A got the heart nuggets and all this little stuff they got going on out here. There's plenty of stuff that you can do. But as far as the guys, I feel like women in general, not just on Valentine's Day, I feel like they think that men should be always be the giver. And for me, I feel like why not surprise your man with something? Why not go buy him something? Why not take him out on trips? Why not surprise him for the weekend? Why not? Women fail to realize that men needs to feel wanted, needed, and loved. And
Mhm.
this is something that is not shown to most men. And then they wonder why some of the men do what they do. That's still not a reason for them to do what they do. But that's part of some of the reason why people do what they do. Just being honest with you.
I love that you said the children, right? I think my wife has always done a phenomenal job at this. And sometimes I'll even ask her, I'll say, we got stuff for the kids, right? We're getting stuff for the kids. And she'll always say yes. Um, because that is important. Because as Jamal mentioned, and as you also mentioned, Stephanie, like this is not just love between a couple. But it's just love overall, showing that you love somebody. Shoot, I mean, I might send y'all Valentines because I love all of y'all. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is. But yeah, leaving the kids out, it's not something we do. So I appreciate you really saying that, Stephanie.
Yeah, because these days kids is not showing the love that is needed.
Yeah,
And that's where things go wrong. That's why kids do what they do when they carry on, they act out because it starts at home.
yeah,
And if they're not getting that love and stuff at home, then who they gonna get it from?
It's
But I
true.
have to give it to you, Desmond. I have to say that your family, you and your wife, do a wonderful job with making sure your kids are always celebrated and you're
I
always
appreciate
doing
that.
something. I can honestly say that about you, that you are a wonderful dad when it comes to your kids, and your wife, she's a wonderful mom because y'all do a
Amen.
lot
Appreciate
for
that.
your kids.
Amen.
So I have to give you your props, why I can, because you have set a good example for men, and as far as family as in a whole with your kids and
It
stuff.
hasn't been easy. I will say that, and sometimes I even feel like I could be doing more, but I do appreciate that, my sister.
But I'm not
And
gonna leave
my
you out,
brother.
Stephanie. You do a remarkable job with
Oh,
your daughter too. I mean,
absolutely.
the way I've seen her grow up from, gosh, I've known her almost over 10 years, I believe, and I remember her when she was small, and now she's a woman now, and doing her thing, but she's following
Very,
in good footsteps, and I think
yeah,
you've given the love just like
yeah.
Desmond has to his kids. You've given the love too because you got a good chip on your shoulder too.
You do. You
Oh,
you
thank
got a
you.
good chip on your shoulder, but you've raised her to be such a pleasant, mannerable young lady. And that's always evident, right? Like you can always tell when children come from a home where they felt like they've been loved and they've been raised right. Like you can tell that. Like you can you
Hmm.
you can tell that. Like you could tell the difference. So yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with Jamon. Gotta commend my sister.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We're
So
coming soon. We're coming soon, Blake. I love if we have fur babies or something. We gonna be all right.
yeah, they need love too. Go ahead and get them fur babies. Um, so what do y'all feel about the gifts that women give
Ooh,
when it comes to Valentine's Day? What are you looking for, or what are some of the gifts that you will want to receive, and what are some of the gifts that you do not want to receive?
I'll be honest with you. With me, just a quiet evening, a quiet dinner with you, with my significant other.
I was about to say, was that you directed at stuff?
No, I that's why I said significant other. My
I'm
significant
not.
other, or just a quiet dinner, maybe you know a rose or something. I mean, I don't. It doesn't have to be lavish, you
Yeah,
know, because there's a difference between that and an anniversary, But I think for Valentine's Day, just a quiet dinner, do the things with the family first, and then get the babysitter or put the kid, bring the kids to the grandmothers, and then you and her go out to a nice dinner and just have a quiet dinner, just you and her. That's really all I'm looking for.
yeah, I gotta agree with Jamal. It doesn't have to be lavish for me whatsoever. And many people that know me know that I'm a creative. So normally when I'm going out and I'm picking gifts for people, I'm really trying to tug at your heart, right? Like I'm really trying to tug at the heartstrings. So, you know, for my wife, I've always tried to do like little special things that I feel like she would really appreciate, that maybe don't cost a lot of money or whatever the case may be. So one year I did this 52 reasons why I love you. And I took a deck of cards and on each card typed out 52 reasons why I love you, right? Like, so each card was an individual message as to why I loved her.
Oh
And then
wow.
I took each card, laminated each card, poked a hole in each card, and put a 3-ring kind of binder in it so that she could have it as a little book, so that she could go through and flip through those pages.
Oh.
I like doing stuff like that. I don't necessarily have to have that though. Like I don't have to have that because I know in the back of my mind that not everybody thinks in that same way that I do, right? So just as long as it's something that you took the time to think of me, that goes a long way, like for me. And so today I actually woke up and my wife had actually put on the table some of my favorite candies. So some of the ones that I really enjoy. But she had also wrote me a little letter. And if anybody knows us from back in the day, Jamon, you remember us from back in the day. That was one of the things that we always did. We weren't able to see each other all the time or talk on the phone all the time. So whenever we were able to, we wrote each other letters. And we gave each other letters every Sunday, it seemed. And so I really appreciated that because it took me back to the beginning of our relationship. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, she actually wrote on one of the pages, will you be my Valentine? Check yes or no. So I thought that was
That
very,
Oh,
was cute. That's
very cute because I mean, little things like that really tug my heart. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. Blake,
I
don't
would
give me no tie.
honestly, I don't want chocolates, and so whoever I'm dating should know I don't eat candy like that for real. So, what the gift that I want is something that you really know that I would like because you listen when we
Ooh,
communicate because you know me, so you
mm.
know that I don't want chocolate. You know that I don't want. I'm not a sweets person. I don't want candy. You would know that if you know me. So I feel like it doesn't have to be something specific, more so based off exactly what you know about me. So I feel like I know Ramon said the dinner, so I definitely want to do dinner. And then, I feel like we should both exchange gifts, I'm gonna give you flowers, things of that nature, or whatever. But that's for me.
You ain't giving her flowers because if you listen to her, she ain't want them.
Yeah,
You talking
maybe she
about
does,
our
maybe she
and
doesn't.
that's me.
you talking about
That's me. I'm the one that
I
don't
hope
like
she listens.
flowers.
Yeah, and
I
so
don't
who
like
you dating
flowers.
would know.
Right. I don't like flowers. Like if you give them to me, I'm not gonna be like take them back. But I give them to my mom. I'm just gonna be honest with you. My mom
Yeah.
always get my flowers.
My
So
wife is the
like
same
no.
way. My wife is the same way. So people would always jump on my case. You're not gonna get her no flowers. Look, if you know my wife, you know that she's not gonna like these. She'll be like you, Stephanie. She'll take them. She'll take them because I got them. But at the end of the day, she's gonna be like, "No, you know I didn't like them. Like I didn't want those." So
I think flowers is
Yeah, I don't
another
have to
thing.
say anything, but I'll take them. What you say, Jamon?
I just said flowers and chocolates and candies and stuff like that is once again those are iconic things. Uh,
And it's overrated.
right, and it's overrated for Valentine's. I mean, doing creative things like Desmond did. I mean, doing that, dinner and a movie, maybe a nice poem or something like that. Doing something just out the ordinary is the way to. I think that's just to make somebody just go, ooh, wow, you took time to do that more than just going to the dollar store and buying chocolates and
yeah,
a plastic
yeah,
rose. I mean,
yeah,
there's no really there's a thought in that, but that's an expectation too. You expect it to
Right.
go to Walmart, you expect it to go to wherever to get this stuff,
well,
and
it almost feels like there was no thought put into it, right? Like because because I could,
It's the norm.
yeah, I could literally go to Walmart the day of Valentine's Day, and pick up some flowers on my way home from work, and
Mhm.
and and that's it, right? But the thought comes in, when you're doing that 52 cards,
That takes time.
that takes time, right? Or like I did
Mhm.
last year. I'm not sure if y'all have seen it, the box where you pull off the top and then the flaps fall down, and then you might pull off another top and then the flaps fall down, and then you pull off another top and the flaps fall down. I gave her one of those last year, in which each section was different pictures of us. Um, and then I had cards of affirmation, and then I wrote a poem that was on one of the flaps that fell down. So she was able to see all these pictures of us, a poem, and all this kind of stuff. Those things they take time, right? Like they take time. And to both Blake and Stephanie's point, like just the thought of being able to know somebody so much that you know what they would appreciate goes a long way.
It really does. So, me and take note on what he said. I mean, like not all women the want you to go out and spend a whole lot of money. Like what Desmond did is very meaningful, and a woman will very well. Most women, and let me speak for everyone because we got some women out here that think you're supposed to have all these red bottom shoes, gotta have 4, 5 rings, you gotta take them on a getaway for a whole 2 weeks. Like, chick, no. Like a real woman gonna appreciate whatever you give her, and she's gonna respect what you give her. But you got those women who turn their nose up. So I mean, for those women, you go buy your own stuff. Anyways, but yeah, I'm just saying, that's why men don't do what they do these days because women don't appreciate them like they should.
Ooh, that's a
Ooh,
word.
facts, facts, facts.
That is a
So,
word in itself.
and it's sad, but that's what it is. They're not appreciated, so they don't do what they normally do. But so I was having a conversation with um I
I
was
had to
having
throw
a
that in there. I had to throw that in there because Stephanie made a word.
conversation. I was having a conversation with a guy one day, and he said to me, he said that he was tired of his woman always giving herself to him for every holiday. So for Valentine's birthday, Christmas, she felt like she didn't have to go to the store and get him anything. She felt like as long as she gave herself to him, that's all he needed. So what do y'all feel about that?
Mm.
It's not a
Don't get
gift.
quiet on me.
Blake, Blake said it's not a gift.
It's not a gift.
I don't feel like it is because
Yeah, I
Look, everyone has seen stuff. Well, not everybody, but y'all know me. I just like to chill, be comfortable.
the bad thing is it came after Stephanie's question about somebody giving it themselves.
I'm giving myself. Well, I ain't gonna say that. So I'm gonna give
mm-mm,
myself to you.
mm-mm.
Uh,
And you just did.
you sure enough
I'm
did.
always the one.
Happy
Boy, told
Valentine's
that
Day
way.
out there. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Here's your present.
Here's your present. Paid in full.
Blake, is that all you're gonna say to it? That it's not a gift?
I just feel like no, because there's no necessary. I feel like there's no thought in that. Like that's not a gift that should be given, or that it's thought of as a gift. Mm-mm.
I
I
agree with
just don't.
that. I totally agree with that.
I do too. I do too. Now,
That's a lazy gift.
That can be done. That can be done anytime too.
listen.
Very
So
lazy.
now, if it came with something else, you know, obviously I'm not gonna say no, and I'm sure none of you would say no, Blake. I'm positive of that. Nobody's gonna say no to it, but yeah, you're gonna feel some type of way about it. Like you're gonna be like, is this it? And to back, I guess, to a point where we talked about, this being a woman's holiday. Do y'all feel like that is like the standard gift from women? Like, so the standard gift,
I
I
think
guess,
this.
for
I think
men
it's. I
is
think it's
flowers
the.
and candy, and women are giving themselves.
I think it's the expected gift. During that day from either a man's perspective or a woman's perspective, it's an expected type thing. I mean, it's yeah, we're gonna do all this, but then it's gonna be time. So and I think it's more expected. And if that does if the evening does not cap off with that, then there's something wrong. But see, I don't agree with that. That's why I'm. But see, that's what people just think that this day means that only. Whereas you totally don't think about being there for each other, the marriage that you've got, the problems that you've gone through, the things that you've gone through. That love is the main core. People
Well,
just gonna say, hey,
that's because a lot of times some of these relationships they're equating love with sex. So
right,
to them sex equals love, right? And I'm just gonna go out and say the word. To them, sex
And
equals,
that's sad.
yeah, it is.
It's sad that people feel like sex has to be a part of a day for you to feel love and wanted. That's
Yeah,
sad because intimacy comes in many ways versus just having intercourse. People need to learn that sex is okay, yeah, but you can get sex anytime you want it.
come on
And if
now.
you can only give sex to somebody on Valentine's Day, their birthday, and Christmas, like, boo, I'm sorry, like, I need you to figure something else out. But it's okay to give sex on that day, but let it lead to something. I mean, okay, let's do the dinner, let's do the candlelights, let's do the massages, let's do all of this stuff to lead to that part. Don't just come out with your bonnet on in the same outfit you have on every time we're gonna have sex and just give them something like, okay, baby. Like, but that's not cute.
did
I
you say your
mean,
did you say your bonnet?
that's boring.
She said her
Because most
bonnet.
of the women gonna come out with the bonnet on with the same little outfit they have on every time they gonna give them some. Just be honest with it. You know what I'm saying? Then they're gonna be like, boom, hey, boo. Like, no. Like, let it lead up to something. Like, have the candlelight dinner, have the music playing, have the rose petals laid out. Like, let's do some massages. Lead up to that. Let it have some foreplay or something. Not no just and it's over with. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people used to. And it's boring. It's weak. Like I don't even want sex on Valentine's Day. Like, let's watch a movie. Let's go to the museum. Let's go to the beach. Let's go do something different other than you trying to get you some booty because you can get that booty at any time. I just need to know that it's more than you just getting booty. Like, that's the only thing you love about me. That's just me. I can only speak for me.
I get that's hard to follow.
So we didn't hear like what did you say like what kind of stuff you like, sis? Like what kind of gifts you like? We didn't hear that from you.
Like me personally, I'm just like the things that you did for your wife, stuff like that. Like, it's the little things that means the most to me. You don't have to
Mhm.
go out and buy me the flowers, the chocolates, and all of that stuff. I don't care about that. Like, just knowing that you left a little note that said I love you, or
Mhm.
you text me out through the day and say the little thing. It's the little things that means the most for
Mhm.
me. It's the little things. I don't need the expensive stuff.
Mhm.
Your actions alone speaks to me on how you feel about me.
That old saying goes, actions speak louder than words, right?
Exactly.
Woo.
Gifts mean nothing to me if you're not acting, if you're not living, or you're not doing what you're supposed to do to show me that you love me and you're really there for me.
Let me ask you all
So that's
this.
how I feel about it.
Let me ask you all this. Have you all identified what your particular love language is? Have you all seen those like the what is it, the five love languages? Have you all identified what yours is that's specific to you? Blake,
Yeah.
you want to share?
I think mine was physical touch and quality time.
Mine is quality time. I've
Mine's definitely
identified.
quality time.
I've definitely identified that. I sometimes am stuck telling my wife, it don't even have to be that we're doing anything. right? Like we don't have to be doing anything. We could just be sitting around each other. Um, and that's important to me, right? Like that is important to me. Just having her in my presence goes a long way for me. Jamon, have you taken a look at the love languages?
Well, I mean, I would agree. Uh, Quality time, but also personality would be a lot for me too.
That's not one of the love languages.
Oh, well, quality time and
I'm gonna
uh,
tell you. You want me to read them off to
read
you?
them all to me again.
So the love languages have been identified, the five love languages and how people actually express are identified as the following: acts of service. So somebody doing something for you or doing something that is pleasing to you, physical touch, receiving gifts, quality time, and words of affirmation are the actual five love languages. This is how people.
Words of affirmation and quality time for me.
Yeah, these are how people actually identify their love language. Like what how am I best receiving love in a nutshell? What is the best way that I receive love? How can somebody tell that I'm loved at the end of the day? And so you go through and I think there are actual tests that you can take to identify which one you are. But I think in most cases you would know. You would know what is that one thing that stands out that people do that really gets you excited and gets you going. So yeah, quality time is it for me.
Definitely quality time. And that's the thing. Communication is not communication or quality time is not good in relationships these days.
Mm,
And that's why a lot of them fail because the communication is not there and the quality time is not there. Like, how can you tell somebody you want to talk to them or be with them if you feel like you can talk to them one time a day? Where
yeah,
they do that at?
not only one
They,
time a day, but in any way that you feel like you want to, right? Like
right,
so that goes a long way too. Tone and how we speak to people goes a long way. But I agree,
right.
sis.
So, like, I need communication. Like, you got to talk to me. I need that good morning, that good night, and that in between. So, if you want to put the bread and the meat in the middle, yeah, give me all of that. Because
Oh, oh, oh.
that's what's needed for
Woo.
these relationships out here because the relationships are not working because they don't have it.
Jamon, if you was ever chasing Stephanie, she's giving you everything that you need to know right now.
Well, the bread and the meat. Okay. Well,
Lamar can
And
handle me. I'm a tough cookie. But yeah, it's just being honest. Like, I feel like relationships, the dating scene alone is terrible.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
terrible.
We talked about this in an
Like,
episode, Blake,
Right.
where you had
yeah,
some comments.
yeah,
Yeah.
dating is these days are crazy. It's just like, yeah, okay, I'd rather be single. You ain't got to take me out for Valentine's Day. I spend my own coins and get my own gifts because no. Like
Mhm.
these days, it's like trying to date somebody. It's like the main thing these days men want. Not speaking for y'all, but in general, what I've seen, it's just like sex, or
Mhm.
they want to spend your money. Like I'm not raising no grown man.
Mhm.
Go get
Mhm.
you a job. No, you're not going to be driving my car. No, you're not going to sit at home and play the game while I'm at work. No, mm-mm.
It sound like some. It sound
It's
like some.
terrible.
Sound like some of these men looking for a mama.
I'm not that one. Mm-mm. No, it's like people don't understand that in relationships, where it comes the building that. Like if we can't build together, we're not doing something that is going to prosper in the future. I don't have time for you.
Absolutely,
Period.
I
you
feel you.
must not know about me. You must not know about me.
That's another word right there. To be completely honest with you, I think that's powerful. I think sometimes um, that was that. If I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all, I remember a time back when my wife and I were dating, um, and a conversation that we had. And honey, don't get mad at me for sharing this, okay? At the end of the day, I love you, and we grew. Um, but I want to share this because it kind of goes back to what Stephanie said. One of the questions that I remember asking her back in the day was, what do you want out of life, right? And the reason I asked that was because it's always been my understanding, um, that as an individual, my goals are important, so are yours. This can't be solely about me. Um, and I remember that day her telling me, she didn't know. She knew she wanted to be married to me, but she didn't know anything else. And I remember sharing with her at that point, you gotta like want something for yourself. Like, and it can't be just um, that you want to be married to me. Because what if that never happens? Right? Like, what if that never ever happened? And now you've solely hung on to the fact that we were going to get married and now we're not. And now where are you at? I want you to have something for you, and we come together and we build. Like you said, Stephanie, we build and we build and we
Mhm.
continue to build and we just grow and we get better with time, with age, and all of that stuff. That is very, very important to me. So I'm
It
glad
is.
that you pointed that out.
And to in your defense against your wife when she gets you when you get off, um, I see that what I like about you is the fact that every time she accomplished something, you make it known. And you always showed your appreciation and your love and your support for her. And that's something that women want. Well, I know that's something that I'm looking for. I'm looking for a man who support what I do, my goals and my dreams, and not just I go out here and I'm doing it and here's not helping me or pushing me along the way. And you do that with your wife. So that that speaks a lot about you. That speaks a lot of volume about you. And that's a as a woman seeing that, like, I applaud you. You know
I
what I'm saying?
appreciate
Like,
that.
I appreciate you for doing that because we don't always get that. We don't always
Yeah.
get a man to stand behind us and say, "Go ahead, baby, you go out here and do this. I got the kids, and don't worry about this. I take care of home, and baby, I'm proud of you, baby. I'm happy for you. My wife did this. My wife did that." You got a lot of men who don't like for a woman to do better than
No,
them,
not me. I want you to be all you can be in the army.
and you push your wife, and that's why I had to bring that up. That it's appreciated to see a man do that because there's a lot of men who don't. I went through in relationships where I got ultimatums. It's
Mm,
either me or you had to give up your singing.
mm.
So you know what I did?
Ooh.
Nope, not me.
Because
Not
when you
me.
met me, you knew this is what I was doing. When you
Yep.
met me, you knew what I was doing in my life. Why do you feel like I need to choose? And I'm not.
And the thing is because in those cases, it seems like those men probably didn't necessarily have goals for themselves. Because if you're goal minded, you should expect that same thing from the person that you're with, right? Like, so
Mhm.
my expectation for my wife is, yes, I'm going to support you to the fullest, as long as you support me and you get my back, right? Like that is the expectation in our relationship, right? Like, you go to school, you go ahead and you do your thing, and then when it's my turn, you got my back. And
Mhm.
so, like, it would almost seem like to me some of the men, sister.
That's why I'm single and happy.
But everybody that knows me knows every now and then I'll post one of my favorite J. Cole songs. Any J. Cole fans out there, you'll know this one. One of my favorite J. Cole songs, he has a lyric in which he says, she my number one, I don't need nothing on the side. Said that I was done for good and don't want no more lies. Um, but something else he says, but my favorite line from that, and I always post this, is, my girl, she got a diploma. she got wife written all over. I love that line. And any chance that I can get to post that about my wife, I'm going on Facebook and I'm posting it. My girl, she got a diploma. She got wife written all over.
And you do, and to see you do that and push her, like that's amazing. So I really do applaud you for that because we need that. You know, we
well,
need that push. We
well,
need that
sis,
encouragement.
know you got a brother here that loves you, that's gonna push you too. So
And you do. You push me, yes, sir. You do. Yes, you do. I have to give it to you. You do push me, and you always encouraging me, and whatever idea that I have, you always like, well, let's do it. No questions asked. Let's do it. It's nothing to ponder about or whatever. You always like, okay, when we gonna do it? And if I don't get back to you in time, you be like, okay, so what's up?
hey,
And I
and
like that about you.
don't let these bugs below you make it seem like I don't push them neither.
Uh,
Nah, but I
So they
love my
got
man.
quiet.
They got real quiet. They got real quiet.
Meech.
But yeah, so how do y'all feel about the single life, the dating scene for the single ones?
Mm, I can shut up.
It's difficult, as you said. It's a lack of communication, as I spoke about on the other episode, and people often are taking accountability for their actions as far as how the way they treat another person. That's what I would say.
I just think that right now it's just too much dealing with the social media way of it. Dating online and things like that. I mean, the straight looking for something. You know, you know. I guess blind date is out the picture now because I've not heard from those in a long time. But now, as I say, everything is just now online dating and stuff like that. I mean, which is not bad. I just think that the old school way is just getting to know somebody and all that going out the window now. Now it's like, all right, well, I'll swipe right, and next thing I know, I'm gonna get you in the bed in about a month, and we're gonna be pregnant in 6 months. So that's what I'm thinking.
Lord.
Well, Jamon, I don't know who you swiping left and right on, but
I'm just saying though, that's just the way I feel though. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with online dating, but I'm just saying that's just
I, I feel like regardless of how you meet them, regardless if you meet them online or if you just meet them at the grocery store, it's the mindset of the person.
mm,
Um, because if a person is not ready to settle down, if a person is not ready to do the right thing, regardless of where you meet them, they're gonna still be that player or they're gonna be sincere about what they're gonna do. It's all about the person. Um, right now, trying to date people is I don't know what's going on with this dating scene. I've never seen so many open relationships. But I'm not sharing anything with you. No, no, no. Like who? No.
they get that
Like why do
will
you
and
want to have open relationships? I never figured that out. Like I'm not gonna sit here and spend my time or energy in you, and you feel like it's okay for you to go talk to the next person and spend your
mm,
time with them. Like where they do that at? Like I don't understand. Do y'all experience that
they get
as
that
far
will
as the
and Jada
women?
love.
Huh?
They got that will and Jada love.
Yeah, but and it's a lot of I swear it's a lot of that. I have never seen so much of that. Like people just like, we ain't got to be in a relationship, but you respect me, I respect you type of stuff. Like if I'm going to spend my time and energy on a man, trust and believe, my focus is solely on him. I ain't got time for what this man over here come to talk about because I'm straight. Like I ain't going nowhere else. Ain't no curve to the side. We talking like whoop, people get it together.
Is that has that been y'all experience, Jamon and Blake? Like, and y'all
uh,
come in contact with girls that are like, yeah, but I got this guy that I'm talking to, and I want to talk to you too. Is that commonplace for y'all? Have
not
you?
really for me because I mean, as I said, I mean, I'm old school now. I'm just like, look, I just ready to get somebody and settle down. Period. I mean, if you got somebody else on side, then you go ahead and be with that person because I ain't got time for the
The extra.
for the drama at all.
That's
Life is
why
Yeah.
life is too short now. You need to find somebody that's as crazy as you and settle down and do what you got to do because tomorrow ain't promised to nobody, and you just got to be sure you're happy more than you can only call me between 8 and 10 because she get off at work at 11, and you know look out for the brown car in the driveway, and
you didn't get them text messages.
I done seen so many Tyler Perry movies, man.
Oh yeah. Listen,
So
listen. I'm gonna tell y'all. Audience. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Jamon. Jamon is hitting these ladies with the first thing that comes out of Jamon's mouth is, "My name is Jamon Haskins. Will you marry me?" Jamon, stop asking them that so far in advance.
wow, what did you know? Really?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Ladies
I
and
love my
gentlemen,
brother
that's
Jamon.
not what I
It's
say.
not true. It's not true.
Not at
It's not
all.
true. Blake,
They
do you
like
have
the
a story?
eyebrows. Look at the eyebrows, ladies, though. They do like the eyebrows on fleek, though. They like the grayness. They do like the grayness because that shows wisdom and stress.
Lord, what y'all gonna do with him?
Blake, you got a story?
What my only comment would be that some people are in open relationships and they are not aware that they are.
Ooh.
And that's a fact right there.
I
Very
just
much
leave it
so.
there. That's all I got for that.
That's a fact. That is definitely true.
I was ready for Blake to take off his glasses for that one.
You notice
That
he's
voice
been
got a
like,
little deeper.
you know,
Like
he's
a
been
little
like
bit
real
deeper.
serious this episode though.
Yeah.
It's a different Blake. It's a different
Yeah,
Blake.
yeah. I mean, he in his feelings.
Well, I wouldn't say
I
he in his
wouldn't say in
feelings,
his feelings. He's just being direct
but
about
he
how
was
he
being direct.
feels.
Listen, all you single ladies out there, I want you to know that my partner, my brother Blake Underwood, is a fine young gentleman. That man is beautiful. If you see, look at that smile right there. Just want y'all to let y'all know this man pouring out his heart right now. This man is just, I mean, yo, he's a good dude, ladies. He's a good dude. So
And he could
no.
cook you up something in the air fryer in a minute.
Every 5 minutes.
Facts. Facts.
He said facts.
Do it up.
Ain't nothing.
Oh man.
Fried up in a minute in that air fryer, boy.
Hey, that's how
Mm,
you gotta do it.
mm,
Ain't
mm,
nothing wrong with that. You can put a nice little dinner in the air fryer, and then put a candle right in the middle, and boom,
It's
And there
over.
you go.
it's
right
on right
here.
there.
A roast and some mashed potatoes. Candlelight dinner.
And
Mm.
put some loofah on, and you
Or
good.
some or some
So
Teddy
put some
P.
what on, Jamal?
Some loofah,
Or some Teddy P.
some LOOFA, and some Teddy P, or
Some
some
Peebo.
LTD. You good to go, brother.
Some Peebo Bryson.
If you think you who's my man Desmond? If you think you lonely now,
It depends. Are you talking about the Casey Haley version?
no, the other one, the original.
The original was I'm not even gonna say it on here because I'm gonna say the wrong person and then somebody gonna call me out for
If you think you're lonely now, see, I got to get into this.
So I guess my last question would be, what
it.
would you
Bobby
say
Womack.
to
Yeah.
what would you say to a person who is single on Valentine's Day? What would you say to them? What would be your encouraging words or something? Because believe it or not, a lot of single people get depressed
Yeah,
on Valentine's Day.
I will,
yeah.
I will say, stay true to yourself. Don't change because of a day. Don't change yourself. Don't think you have to get the first thing that comes on social media or that walks towards you. Don't think that you have to have somebody on certain days because society says that's the way it needs to be. Don't think that you have to have somebody because your best friend got somebody, and then because your boys got people, and they busy on Valentine's Day, and they busy on anniversary, and they busy on date nights. Don't think that that needs to be your sole reason for getting hitched, because when that happens, you're in it for the wrong reason. You're not in it for love. You're in it for peer pressure, and you're in it for just society's rules to say you need to be in it. Get to know that person first. Be friends with that person for however long it needs to take. There's no time limit for that. I mean, there's no. I mean, I know some people that are still dating for 10 years. And I mean, they're cool with it. So there's no time limit. But just get to know yourself. Get to know yourself first, then get to know your friend, your partner, whoever it may be. Get to know them. Make sure y'all vibing, and then if it happens, it happens. If it's God's will, it's going to happen, no matter how fast you push it, no matter how slow it may go. So, don't push it. Just let it happen. Just let it happen naturally.
Anybody else?
I would I would say first and foremost, and it, I, I think this is the most important aspect and the most important concept to take away. Um, and I know for a lot of people it can be very hard, uh, but love starts with loving yourself first. um that that is the ultimate, like that is first and foremost. If you can find that love within yourself, um you're not alone. You're not, right? Like to me, if you are that comfortable with you in your own skin and loving your own self, that is a step in the right direction. And that's where society really needs to go in this day and age anyway, because there are a lot of people out there that don't first and foremost love themselves. So if I was to tell anybody anything, love yourself first and foremost. And at the end of the day, generally to me, that's all the love you need.
Mm-hmm. Blake, you have anything?
Um, I keep it like I say it's Valentine's Day. If you single, do something that you like to do. Your little
Mhm.
favorite activity or whatever. You know, get whatever you want out to eat. Pick. Just do something for yourself.
And
Right.
oh, and in the reverse, treat yourself, because at the end of the day, you ain't got to get nobody else nothing. Right?
Spend the extra money on yourself. I know that I said that was the last question, but I'm going to answer both of these together once after I ask y'all guys this. Do you feel like Valentine's Day should just be February the 14th?
You know.
Do you feel like people should just get those gifts just on Valentine's Day?
Mm-mm. No,
Yeah.
no, not
Well,
at
to
all.
to answer all the questions that I asked, I feel like if you're single, like in order to love other people, you have to love yourself first. So you need to make sure that any healing that needs to be done or anything that's stopping you from loving somebody, you need to make sure that you've healed from that and that you completely love yourself. Um, Also, like we always look to man for that love and we
Mm,
forget about the most
mm,
important love is God's love.
Ooh.
So once we recognize and realize that when nobody else is there for us, we always got that man upstairs
yep.
who's
Man.
going to always love us, who was always going to hold us at night or anytime that we need him. So just make sure you remember that it's nothing greater than God's love.
Right,
Absolutely.
right, right.
That's
And as far as gifts just on Valentine's Day, you should show somebody that you love them every single day.
Yep.
It don't
Yep.
have to be just on Valentine's Day or their birthday or Mother's Day, Father's Day, or any holiday in order for you to show that you love them, that they're needed, that they're
Hmm.
wanted, that they're respected, and that you're glad that you have them in your life. Show
Sometimes
them
the best,
every single day.
sometimes the best gifts come at the most unexpected moments.
Yep. And it be the times that we need it the most because a lot of people don't understand what people are going through in life and that how their day are going. And it can be just be something simple of coming home to a little simple letter or a little note just to say I love you and I appreciate you, and that makes your whole entire day. So just remember that during Valentine's Day, it's okay to love on yourself, treat yourself, love on others. But remember, there's no greater love than God.
Amen.
Hey,
Amen.
listen, I don't think I need to end it or say anything after that. Sis, is there anything else that you want to say though?
No, I really enjoyed you guys. I really enjoyed it. Hopefully, y'all have me back soon because I'm
Absolutely.
definitely gonna have you on the Lady Brown Sugar Show because I need
Absolutely.
the men over there to give everybody some tea on that side. So
Absolutely. We're gonna have you back on. We gonna want you to come on definitely for one of our shoot your shop episodes. So you can talk to us a little bit about Lady Brown Sugar. At this time, I want you to promote yourself. Like put it out there. Like where they can follow you, where they can see your content, all that wonderful stuff.
well, y'all can also catch me on YouTube at Lady Brown Sugar. You can also catch me on Instagram, Lady Brown Sugar 21, Facebook, Lady Brown Sugar, or check me out at my website, www.ladybrownsugar.com. Or if you want to hit me up in my email, it's ladybrownsugar, the number 21 at gmail.com. And I'm looking forward to, talking to everybody. Go subscribe to both of the channels, Man's World, Lady Brown Sugar. Like, get them up. Do the likes, do the comments. We want to hear from y'all.
Yeah, because we're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna keep this thing rocking and rolling, and we just gonna continue to grow. Because we coming right at y'all. Fellas, y'all got anything y'all want to say?
Oh, one last thing. So, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. But is this? I guess this is airing tomorrow. Or is it airing some today?
It's airing tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So I will say,
You
man,
just let it be known that it's
if it's
airing tomorrow.
airing tomorrow, then I'm just gonna be like, good luck to. I'm glad whoever won the Super Bowl won the Super Bowl. Then, um, but I hoped, Ed, that it was L.A. It might not be by the time everyone sees this, but I hoped it was LA. But I'm just
You done
saying,
already gave
always,
the halftime show.
always go Cowboys. Always go Cowboys.
You know what?
Blake,
Nah, that's all I got. I got nothing.
listen, as always, we thank you for joining us. We hope that you've enjoyed this episode. To my sister, Lady Brown Sugar, Stephanie Holloway, it has certainly been a pleasure having you, sis, coming on and tackling this conversation from a woman's perspective. We hope that you certainly learned something, are able to take something with you, and know that from the bottom of our hearts, we love each and every one of you out there who are supporting us and pushing us to keep creating and keep being creative and doing what it is that we do. And ultimately, we hope it is our desire that you all love yourselves first and foremost, love God, and hey, I'm just in a good mood right now. So, with that being said, as always, it's a man's world, it's our world, and it's our rules. Shout out Lady Brown Sugar. We'll see y'all February 27th, season 3, episode 1, Man's World, and we are out. Peace.